you're going to get a ping in a minute.
He's with Natasha.
Oh yeah, it's full stream on Twitch. That lady there, nicely reserved me a nice car. If you want to smoke, have a quick smoke. No, I've had a cigar, I'm good. I already had a cigar. Key, you got internet?
Yeah, so...
No. I'm Tyrone's my full brother.
You're
yeah, so you're my sister. Oh my god, I'm so good. Why did my cousin?
I was going to say, can you grab my link from the stream, whack it on my Facebook
tell where
for
all
me?
the looks went in your family tie.
Excuse me, ladies and gents, if you've got mobile phones, can you make sure they're on, except for you, of course, can you make sure they're on silent or turned off, please?
What's your link video then? Because I need to tell that woman about her link video.
It's going on Twitch, it's going to be on there.
What's your live video on Twitch? Because we're not allowed to use our phones.
Look under Skylock Crew Gaming. My phone's going on silent anyway.
Okay, can you send me the link, mate?
Can you send me the link so I can send it her?
Just go on Twitch
Go on Twitch
and just put Skylock Crew Gaming.
and put Sky
Lock Crew.
Lock Crew
Gaming.
Gaming.
Okay, I'll have a look.
Look, it's a red dragon.
Bye.
Bye.
I've already got 8 people.
What's up? Oh, does it vibrate?
It's easy to vibrate. There you go. Now it's on silent. Yeah, I've already sorted it, matey. I've just got to line it up correctly and everything on the radiator thing. I had to think then. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah,
It's just because it's an angle. Don't worry, please. We're not going to ever hit the end of this.
that's fine, matey.
No, I'm going to wind him up like no tomorrow. I normally do what I see.
I don't know who they're from.
Yeah, I'm going to turn around and say, well,
All right.
you can tell where all the looks went in your family every time. And it definitely wasn't you.
She has the same feeling. She's the smallest woman in the house.
Oh, here we go. Now everyone on Discord now knows I'm live. So now I'm going to have everyone from Discord coming on now that knew Gina. They're going to be like, oh, Gina's son's live, quick, funeral.
I mean, Peter's a reasonable size.
Let's have a look. Yeah.
I'm actually smaller than you.
I've got my code.
See, I
I
like
left it at last minute.
Where's John?
John? Don't worry, just shout him and point him down here.
Okay, so you and Sam will be behind us then. bow. My name's Linda Jenkins and I'm an independent celebrant. I'd like to welcome you here today on behalf of the family as we say goodbye to Georgina, known as Gina, Siddles. Gina died on the 6th of March 2022, aged only 52. And although today is a very sad day for the family, we are also here to celebrate the life of Gina and to share stories that have been told about her life. To love and be loved is the most important and greatest achievement you can have in life. Gina was very much loved by family and friends, and she in turn loved you too. When you lose someone, then at some point there's a price to pay for this love, and that is grief. Grief comes raging through the door when the person you love passes on. It has been said that grief is just love with nowhere to go. However, we must be careful not to hang on to grief too fiercely. In time you should let it go, but when you're ready. It will help to talk about Gina, to share stories and to laugh at fond memories. This will help you. You will be able to move on without forgetting about Gina, as she will always be with you. On the 10th of August 1969, Georgina Siddles was born in Derby. Her parents were Ray and Joe, and Gina had a little sister called Leslie. She was born and bred Derby, and she went to school in Derby throughout her education. Gina married and had a son called Simon, who is known as Sam. She had 2 other children, daughters, who very sadly died early on, and they were Georgia and Chelsea. They were very much loved and never forgotten by Gina or Sam. When she was young, Gina had a couple of jobs. She was a party planner for Anne Summers, and being a very sociable lady, this job suited her and she enjoyed it. Later, she became a debt collector for the Provident. This job required toughness and a tenacious spirit, and she was suited to this job and she was very good at it. But I think Gina's known best for her love of animals. This includes people. She was well liked wherever she went. She loved your normal pets, cats and dogs. She kept chihuahuas, and her cats were fancy ones, Persians and Bengalis. Simon remembers all sorts of animals growing up, not just the fluffy ones. She liked her bearded dragon, which is a sort of lizard, and python snakes. She had a spider ball python. In fact, she would take these unusual animals to a local pub where they had an evening of demonstrations about unusual animals. Sam remembers them keeping goats, hamsters, rabbits, a blue-tongued skink, and a lame goose. Sam even recalls Gina wanting to keep a lion, but that wasn't allowed. I truly think she missed her vocation. She should have been a zookeeper. At Christmas, they used to dress the house with lights and have the animals out the front. The goose with the broken wing looked like an angel's wing, and people used to come and admire the display. Even an old people's home nearby rented a bus and put the residents in it to come and admire the lights. Later on in her life, she developed a true love for birds. At one stage, she kept over 500 birds. She liked everything about them. The colours, the noises they made. Gina and her partner, John, would go to bird auctions and they would make their purchases of birds. They kept finches, parrots, macaws, and cockatoos, to name a few. Sarah, John's daughter, said how Gina would try to teach the birds to speak and manage to get them to talk and sometimes even swear at John. This must have taken a lot of patience. But as I said earlier, Gina also loved people. She treated Sarah as her own daughter, and this feeling was mutual. Sarah looked on Gina as a real mum and loved her accordingly. Gina always said that Sarah was like a real daughter, and so this love was mutual. Sam said that Gina was a truly terrific mother, and he couldn't have had a better one. She loved to spoil these two. Sam never went without. Sarah recalls one day going to the bird auction with John and Gina, and there was this beautiful bird. It was bright yellow and had red cheeks. Sarah said that if she was buying a bird, that's the one she would buy. The next Christmas, Gina and John turned up at Sarah's house with an almost identical bird, and Sarah was truly thrilled. She called the bird Pikachu, like the character in Pokemon. Gina did like doing ordinary things too. She liked watching TV, like The Big Bang Theory, First Dates, Brooklyn 99, Naked Attraction and Coronation Street, to quote a few. She loved doing various crafts and liked working with coloured sand and beads. Gina also loved her Christmases, and Sam really enjoyed these times with his mum, and she made them special. She was a very generous woman, particularly at Christmas time. Growing up, Gina and Sam would go on holiday, usually to Skegness, and sometimes when money was tight, picnicking in the garden. But Sam recalls one holiday as a child when they went to Crete. When they were there, they were befriended by a Greek family who wanted them to stay and to live the rest of their lives there. This did not happen, but it shows how easily Gina made friends with people, and they in turn were impressed by her. Gina treated everyone with respect. She was very honest with people, but she would do anything for them. Gina listened to people when they had problems. She was there for Sam's partner Becky when she went into labour and supported her through that experience. When Sarah was upset about boyfriends, Gina would just make her laugh. Gina was fiercely protective of Sam and Sarah. She was like a tiger mother. Beset by health problems, including losing her leg, Gina carried on stoically. She was open about her problems, but tried to remain as independent as possible. She liked to do things on her own. Although she struggled during the pandemic, she continued to try to do things on her own, wherever possible. But she had a very good support network in John, Sam, and Sarah. So how do you describe a woman like Gina? I've been told she was sweet and kind and caring, a vibrant woman. She was loving and honest, caring for all living things around her. Her life was cut short, dying at 52, but she lived a life being loved and loving people. She made her mark on the world. Right, we've come to the part in the service where we are going to reflect on Gina's life. Who she was, what her characteristics were, how she fitted into your lives, and how you feel about her and care about her. If you do believe in prayer, now is the time for a silent prayer. And whilst we reflect on Gina's life, we are going to listen to the song, See You Again. John, Gina's partner, has asked me to read you a poem. It's called Weep Not For Me. Weep not for me, though I am gone into the gentle night. Grieve if you will, but not for long, upon my soul's sweet flight. I am at peace, my soul's at rest, there is no need for tears, for with your love I was so blessed for all those many years. There is no pain, I suffer not, the fear is now all gone. Put now these things out of your thoughts, in your memory live on. Please, please do not dwell upon my death, but celebrate my life. If you're able, could you please stand? It is now time to commit Gina's body for cremation. No one knows for sure what happens to us when we die, and there are many beliefs. Some believe we fall asleep for eternity. Others believe we are born again. Some have religious faith, and others do not. And many people believe we meet up with those we once loved who have passed before us. Whatever your personal belief, I hope it gives you comfort now. Terry Pratchett once said, "No one dies when someone is still talking about them." So when you leave this place, talk of Gina and share your memories. We leave Gina knowing she is at peace. Her suffering has ended. We love and respect her, and she will live on in our hearts and minds. We now offer up Gina's body for cremation. Please sit down. This service is now over. But before you leave, I would like to thank you all for coming here today. Your presence helps the family, and it's good to see so many of you here today. On behalf of the family, I'd like to thank a few people. Memoria for their professionalism today, and Mark Eaton Crematorium staff for their help. The family would also like to thank the caring team at the end. Before you leave the chapel, which will be out that door, we're going to listen to Claire de Lune by Debussy. Thank you.
everyone wants their flowers
Them to
back,
go
that's
through. Oh, they
fine.
want them to go through. I've just asked the young girls.
Oh, do they? Yeah. Because I'm going to put mine on
Yeah,
Gina's
I'm gonna do
daughters, so
that.
that's fine.
That's fine. We'll go and grab those for you now.
Cheers, guys.
What about your mum's photo?
Oh, the photo.
We'll bring
Yes.
it now.
He's going to bring it out for us. He's
Thank
going to do
you.
my
Thanks
flowers as
very
well.
much.
Is the easel also?
No, that belongs to the pram. Okay.
Cheers, darling. Alright, guys, I'm going to end it there for today. Thank you for being here, and I'll see you later.